Have you ever found yourself stuck in a moral dilemma, feeling completely paralyzed by the choices in front of you? You're not alone, and the trolley problem is a classic example that leaves many people scratching their heads. The trolley problem is a thought experiment that has been debated by philosophers and ethicists for decades, and it's still a hot topic today. At its core, it's a simple yet disturbing scenario. A runaway trolley is headed towards a group of 5 people who are unable to move and will be killed if the trolley continues on its course. However, you are standing next to a lever that, if pulled, would divert the trolley onto a sidetrack, saving the lives of the 5 people. The catch is that there is one person standing on the sidetrack who would be killed if the trolley is diverted. This problem is so effective at sparking debate because it sets up a conflict between utilitarianism, which is the idea that the morally right action is the one that maximizes overall happiness or well-being and individual rights, which is the idea that individuals have certain rights and liberties that should not be infringed upon. In this case, pulling the lever would save the lives of 5 people, but it would also involve actively causing the death of one person. This raises all sorts of questions about the morality of actively causing harm versus allowing harm to occur. The trolley problem also highlights the difficulty of making moral decisions in situations where there are no clear-cut right or wrong answers. Our instincts might tell us to pull the lever and save the lives of as many people as possible, but our sense of justice and respect for individual rights might tell us that it's wrong to actively cause the death of one person, even if it would save others. This is where Stoicism comes in, as it offers a unique perspective on how to approach this kind of moral dilemma. At its core, Stoicism is a philosophy that emphasizes the importance of reason, self-control, and inner strength in overcoming life's challenges. Stoics believe that individuals should focus on things within their control and accept things outside of their control with equanimity. When it comes to the trolley problem, a Stoic approach would involve recognizing that the situation is outside of our control, but our reaction to it is not. This means that we should focus on cultivating virtues such as wisdom, justice, and compassion, and allow these virtues to guide our decision-making. One of the key principles of Stoicism is the idea that individuals should strive to live in accordance with reason and virtue, rather than being swayed by emotions or external events. In the context of the trolley problem, this means that we should try to approach the situation calmly and objectively, rather than being driven by emotions such as fear or anxiety. By doing so, we can make a more rational and compassionate decision that takes into account the well-being of all individuals involved. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of accepting the things that are outside of our control, which can help us to let go of feelings of guilt or responsibility that might otherwise cloud our judgment. If we recognize that the situation is outside of our control, we can focus on what we can control, which is our own reaction to it. This can help us to make a decision that is guided by reason and virtue, rather than emotional reactivity. A Stoic approach to the trolley problem might lead to a decision that balances logic and compassion, taking into account the well-being of all individuals involved. By recognizing the complexity of the situation and the limitations of our control, we can make a decision that is guided by reason and virtue, rather than emotional reactivity. This approach can also help us to develop a sense of inner strength and resilience, which can be applied to other areas of life. In the end, the trolley problem is a thought-provoking scenario that challenges our moral intuitions and forces us to confront the complexity of human decision-making. By applying Stoic principles, we can gain a fresh perspective on this classic dilemma and develop a more nuanced understanding of how to approach moral decision-making in our own lives. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on the trolley problem in the comments below. If you're interested in exploring more ethical dilemmas, be sure to check out my next video on the topic.